Hello and welcome to Let Us Farm. My name is Emily Noel Oge of Let Us Farm. So today we shall be talking about feeding your catfish as rain is falling or during rainfall. What are the likable problems that will occur? This issue was actually something that people have been asking me since rain has started falling, and I would like to use the opportunity to explain to us what are the implications of feeding your catfish as the rain is falling. Then don't forget, if you're having any problem in your farm, just do a 2 to 3 minutes video of this problem and send it to me. When I look at these problems, I will give you the solution. These services are free of charge. I will be right back to discuss this.
And then those my fish be this so. And then shooters where I shoot out. You don't see them. When you got to ring you don't have me when so the way yeah.
Welcome back. So in case you've not subscribed to this channel, kindly hit the subscribe button to subscribe to this channel and follow us on other media platforms like the Facebook, the TikTok, the Instagram. We're all there. You watch any of our videos and let me know if you have any issue in your farm, and I will provide you these solutions. These services are free. Remember, we don't have any WhatsApp group. I will never ask you to pay money to join any of my group. So, like I said, these services are all free. Now, for some weeks now, I always answer the same question of, what are the implications of feeding your catfishes when the rain is falling? Some say, oh, sorry, the rain is falling. Can I be able to go outside now and feed the catfishes? All right, let me explain this. I've actually done a video about rainfall before, but for some reasons, maybe some people missed the video. So now let me still explain this. In catfish farming, there are some certain things that don't have any basic principles, but there are things you have to understand over time. Now, if rain is falling and it's time for you to feed your fishes, and you just get towards your pond, because even if rain is falling and your fishes are hungry, you always notice the movement of these fishes in the pond. They keep trying to give you the sign, especially when it's time for their feeding. This happens when you keep track of your feeding. Example, if you're someone that keeps track of, oh, I feed my fishes by 8 and I feed them by 5 p.m. Now, and if you feed them by 8 and let's say the rain starts falling by 4, the fishes will not disturb. But when you start getting to that 5, even as the rain is falling, you look at your pond, you see there are some movements in this pond showing that, oh, we are hungry. Now, when you see that these fishes are hungry, if you go to feed them, you don't have any problem. The rain that drops on the feed as you put it for them doesn't really have any issue on the feed. But however, if you are using spot feeding, this is the best time you can actually know what's going on in your feed, because when you come out and you pour that feed at that spot you are using to feed your fishes will gather there and eat. So this is the problems of when you try to explain, but people don't believe and they want to do their own, and they run into trouble. They start saying that they don't understand it. Now, if you are now scattering your feed in the pond during feeding, this particular time may not be the best for you to feed. And the reason is simple. The fishes are hungry, but you are scattering feed and rain is falling, meaning that they are having two direct impacts on the surface of the pond. Now, some of the fishes may understand that this is feed coming, some may not, because there are droplets everywhere. So some of them may be like, oh, rain is falling, let us stay inside the water. And some of them will be like, oh, maybe this is a harder rain, let us check if it is food. But if you are using spot feeding, when you drop the feed there and one or two gets to that spot and now discover that this is food and stay on that spot, what happens is that others will keep drawing to that spot to eat. You see it? But then, is there any implication of your fishes dying because of you are feeding them under the rain? The answer is no. Because so people ask me that the question is, they said what? The feed eventually, if there is no rain, will drop on top of surface of the water, right? Rain is also water. So what's the difference? The rainwater that falls direct from the sky without touching anything and goes to your pond is purer than the one in your pond. That is the most jam-free or contamination-free water you can see. The one that comes direct without any interference with any object before getting into your pond. So when you are feeding the fishes as rain is falling, it has no problem. Now, the only problem you will have here is you yourself. Because, for you to be under the rain and the rain is beating you, it's a problem. So the best thing you do is get an umbrella to cover you while you feed. Then, if you want to also understand this again, for you to be smart, you need to have an umbrella. Why do you need to have an umbrella? The umbrella covers the feed so that as you put hand, get the feed and pour in the pond, it's only when it hits the pond that the rain touches it. Not that if the rain touch the feed before it hits the pond, there's any like chemical reaction or any problem. No. The reason is in case as you're feeding and your fishes are not responding, so that you don't keep back feed that is already soaked. Because as you're feeding, the rain is hitting the feed. So there is high probability that some of them has already been exposed to rain and rain has already soaked this feed. So if the fishes don't eat it and maybe you now keep it for the next feeding, some of them, because they're already soggy, may not be palatable to the fishes to eat. This particular thing is just a common sense thing. It's not because that maybe there is any implication on your fishes will die. They will not die. No, but just a common sense thing so that you can actually preserve your feed. So you put an umbrella over your head. So with the umbrella over your head, you put your hand inside whatever you use in feeding and take out the feed and pour on the pond surface. Your fishes will eat. So you are watching them. When they are okay, you go back. That's just it. So in this regard now, you have covered the surface where you are bringing out the feed from. So it doesn't get soggy for you to keep back. No, but they will eat it because it's still hard. Like I always say, fishes, they would like to eat the feed when it's hard. They don't like eating soggy food. Now, if for some reasons you now maybe manufactured your own feed and they are not very strong, so as you bring it out and rain drops it and it dissolves, that's entirely your own fault. So if you are using very good quality feed for fish, it's going to be strong. So if you put it, the fishes they're going to eat it. And if you are using spot feeding, it's better because why? When you pour this feed, the fishes will see the feed and they will be able to go to that exact spot where the feed is and eat it. Now, if you are wondering what is spot feeding, I will put the short DP of the video of the spot feeding so that when you see that DP, check through my video so that you go there and watch spot feeding to understand exactly what spot feeding it's all about. Because sometimes, we may not really understand some certain things when I try to explain due to the fact that you've made up your mind, so you don't want to try to readapt. And sometimes when I try to explain, people keep arguing and arguing. So for those of you who have sent me WhatsApp and I tell you things, I start arguing, I keep quiet. I do that because I have every other thing I do. So I don't need to come and keep on arguing. I will tell you what is the best. So, but your application of this thing I tell you solely depends on you. I don't need to force you to change what you already have in your mind. I will not do that. That's really not my priority. But I will do my best to tell you what is the correct things and give you the implications of those things. So whatever you now choose to do is entirely up to you. So if you have any problem in what I have explained now, you can kindly ask me the question in the comment section or send me your videos of any problem you have to 081-353-48909. I will pick it up from there. And remember, like I said, these services are free. I'm not charging you for that. So until I come your way next time, my name is Emily Manuel Oge of Leros Farm. Keep farming. It's your of life.